Hello, I'm Oliver Crowther from OC Avery, and today I'm going to give you a tutorial on how to build a block of MLF cages. These are the 70 by 42 by 42 cages as a block of 8 with a trolley. We have 3 boxes here. Boxes A and boxes B contain the materials to build the cages, and box C contains the stand for the cages. So we're going to begin with a cage front. So we have the cage front here. Now this is actually the whole cage. It makes itself into a rectangle, and then all we're going to do is clip those together like this, and that is going to form the basis, the outline for our cage. And what you need is a pair of pliers like this, and we're just going to clip in these little hooks to make sure that it stops the cage from falling apart. Once we've clipped them in and it's become a single piece just like that, we're going to grab next our side pieces. So we've got these side pieces here. They have a sort of a lip on the edge and then some prongs on the base. So they're going to clip in to the sides of the cage here. Now the side pieces are symmetrical, meaning they can go on either side, left or right, without a problem. They are designed exactly for that reason. And as you clip the side pieces in, it all has little grooves that are made to clip onto the actual wire, but it also has little notches cut out so that you can see exactly where it's supposed to meet up with the crossbars on the sides. Now that the sides are attached to our cage, and because this is the larger model, we have got 2 panels for the back. Now these are symmetrical. They can go left or right, one way up or the other way up, which is absolutely fantastic. So we can now clip those onto our cage and form the back of it. We'll just get those little notches into the gaps. It's even got little cutouts for all the tops of the bars. It has little prongs that we can then just push down that then connect and grip to the wire just like that. Pop those into place on the base, and that is one of the panels attached. Now we'll just get the second panel, line that up, pop those into place, and there we are. That is the back panel now attached to our cage. With the back panel now attached and the main part of our cage complete, we can add some of the accessories. So now we're going to add one of these plastic sliders through. So we're going to get it through that central bar here, and then it'll go through to the other side where we can then twist it into place, and that is our slider now there. So we've got that in. They're really durable, so you can bend them, twist them as you see fit, and they fit just fine. We can also add 4 of these spring-loaded doors to the gaps here, here, here and here, and these are going to clamp our feeders in place. Carefully clip the door into place and then pull back the spring bar so it makes it spring loaded. Next up, we can add, first off, the flooring bars into place. So there's some runners there, both at different heights. So we're going to take that top runner, put that across there, and then here with the tray for the bottom, glides nicely onto that second runner. And there we are, that is in place. We've then got one of these mesh dividers, and that will just slide down that central bar there into the back, and then to lock the divider in place, if we push it just a little bit further back, it will clip into place on the slider, and you now cannot remove the divider. So it's absolutely perfect when you need to separate those birds and ensure that it won't slide out. We can now add a little bit more of the cage furniture, so we've got some perches, and there's a number of different holes across the back panel of this to help you guide where the perch is to go, and it will keep it firmly in place so it cannot come out. So I'm going to get this one and I'm going to put it in that secondary hole at the top, slide that down, and that is perfect, and the same on this side. Perfect, that is our perches in place. We have our drinkers, so we get some drinkers with this. I'm just going to pop these on the doors for now, up here, they're perfect. We have 4 feeders to attach, and one of the best things about these is once they're locked in place, you can actually just remove the base, meaning you don't have to remove the whole top section, and when you do that, a flap drops down to stop any birds getting out. So we'll push that back in now. It opens up and it's absolutely fantastic. So we can just clip all 4 of them into those little doors right here. Perfect. We have a couple of egg food dishes, so they can also slide in just down here. My preference will be to put them probably down at this bottom section just below the main door. They can slide down there absolutely fine. And we also have these little grips here, so they will fit nicely into the cage front here. So we just work that through, twist, and then when you want to give your birds some broccoli or some millet sprays, you just squeeze those together and that will grip that absolutely fine. If you would rather feed your birds internally or you want to supply them with something else, it also comes with these little pots here. One of the best things about them is that they can go in just like that, and there are 2 holes already cut out perfect in the side of this cage for these feeders. So now that the cage is complete, you can add it on to a trolley. So this is sold separately, and it literally just gets the cage, clips it in at 6 points either side, and that is now in. And you can then stack cages on top of each other just by lining up the 6 hooks, 3 at either side. They stack together just like that, and you can wheel the block around as well. And now that the shell of the cage is complete, we can add our LED lighting strips, and they are magnetic, so they are going to perfectly stick to the top of this cage wherever you want them to stick, and then we can just run that cable through the back wire and we can then wire it up later on. Now we need to power the lights in our cages, so we have 4 sets of dual cables to power them. Attach each end in just like this, and we should be left with something looking like that. With the cages now complete, we can add our nest material holders and our MLF nest pans. Your cages are now ready for your birds, and if you'd like to order some of these or find out more information, then please visit www.mlfcages.co.uk.